Ryan had always been the kid everyone pointed to and said, "He's going places." Teachers loved him. His parents beamed with pride. And Ryan? He believed every word of it. His dream was simple and clear: become a doctor. He could picture it: the white coat, the stethoscope around his neck, the respect in people's eyes when they called him Dr. Ryan. He had the brains for it. Everyone said so. And for a long time, that felt like enough. But here's the thing about talent. It whispers a dangerous lie. It says, "You're special. You don't have to try as hard as everyone else." And Ryan listened. His phone was always within reach. YouTube videos played in the background while his textbooks gathered dust. Facebook notifications pulled him away every few minutes. And whenever guilt crept in, he silenced it with the same excuse: "I'll study later. I'm smart enough to catch up." His parents tried to warn him. "Ryan, the exam is coming. You need to focus." His teachers pulled him aside. "You have potential, but potential doesn't pass exams." Ryan smiled, nodded, and ignored every word. He trusted his talent like a safety net that would always catch him. It didn't. The day the scholarship results came out, Ryan walked into school with quiet confidence. He scanned the list for his name near the top. It wasn't there. He looked again, then again. His name sat at the bottom, below students he used to tutor. His friends, the ones who had spent months grinding through textbooks while he scrolled through memes, were celebrating. One of them even got the top scholarship. Ryan stood frozen. The hallway noise faded into a dull hum. He felt the stares, the whispers. A teacher who had once praised him walked past without a word. That silence hurt more than any lecture ever could. That night, Ryan sat alone in his room. No phone, no music, just the weight of failure pressing down on his chest. He replayed every wasted hour, every ignored warning, every time he chose comfort over effort. And for the first time, he understood the truth. Intelligence without discipline is a car without fuel. It looks impressive, but it goes nowhere. He made a decision. Not a vague, "I'll do better" promise. A real decision. He would find someone who could teach him what no classroom ever had: how to control his own mind. That's when he found Coach Miller. Coach Miller wasn't a traditional teacher. He didn't care about grades or gold stars. He cared about one thing: discipline. Students who trained under him came out transformed, focused, driven, unshakable. He had a reputation for being tough, but Ryan didn't want easy anymore. Easy had failed him. Their first meeting wasn't in a classroom. Coach Miller took Ryan to the school playground, handed him a toy bow and arrow, and pointed to a target 20 feet away. "Hit it," he said. Ryan pulled back the string, released, and missed completely. Again. He missed again. And again. "What am I doing wrong?" Ryan asked, frustrated. Coach Miller walked over slowly. "Where were you looking when you shot?" Ryan paused. "I don't know. The target. The trees. Some kids were walking by." "Exactly." Coach Miller took the bow, aimed without hesitation, and released. The arrow struck the center. "You were looking at everything except the one thing that mattered. That's not just your problem with this arrow, Ryan. That's your problem with life." The words hit harder than any failure ever had. Coach Miller gave him 4 rules that day. 4 rules that would rebuild his life from the ground up. Control your thoughts. Every time your mind wanders, drag it back. No excuses. Create a routine. Fixed times for study, rest, and work. No negotiation. Remove distractions. Phone off. Social media blocked. If it doesn't serve your goal, it doesn't exist. Practice daily. Discipline isn't a talent. It's a muscle. Train it every single day. Ryan followed these rules like his future depended on it. Because it did. The first week was brutal. His hand reached for his phone 100 times. His mind screamed for entertainment. But every time, he pulled himself back. He reminded himself of that list, of that silence, of who he didn't want to be anymore. Weeks turned into months. Focus became habit. Habit became identity. When the next major exam came, Ryan was ready. Not nervous ready, calm ready. He walked in, sat down, and executed everything he had trained for. He didn't just pass. He got first place. Standing on stage, receiving his scholarship, Ryan didn't feel pride. He felt clarity. He remembered Coach Miller's words. The mind is like a wild horse. Untamed, it runs in circles, burning energy and going nowhere. But with discipline as the reins, it becomes the most powerful force you'll ever own. Ryan smiled, not because he had won, but because he finally understood. Success isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most disciplined. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it, staying focused when distractions scream for attention, and trusting the process even when results are invisible. Train your mind, master your habits, and success won't just be possible, it'll be inevitable.